Hello everyone and welcome to this video which is going to introduce and go through the practice week activity for BBS003-1 Foundations of Business Communication. So this activity is a group activity where you are going to be working on a particular brief in order to submit a single piece of work, in this case a poster, by the end of the session. So what we need in terms of groups is ideally groups between 8 and 12 students. However, depending on the size of the different cohorts for this unit, your tutor may have a different form of group for you. Once you have your groups, the output that we're going to be producing is going to be a poster. So either A4 or A3 size poster, which is focused on a particular company, in this case McGraw-Hill Education, and an analysis of their external environment. And the entire group should have their names and their student emails on the poster. The student emails are your emails ending with @study.beds.ac.uk. However, one student in each group will be submitting via the practice week poster submission link. So for the rest of this video, we're going to be looking at three things. Firstly, we're going to be looking at what you need to include on your poster. So what actual analysis or models you need to include. Secondly, we're going to be looking at ways your group can produce a high quality poster. And lastly, we're going to be looking at the resources which are available to help you in this. So we start with what you need to include on your poster, and there are three distinct things that need to be present. So firstly, there should be an introduction to your company, again McGraw-Hill Education, and the industry that is a part of. So some basic information about the company, as well as perhaps information on turnover and size, range of products and services, anything else which you think is necessary to get an understanding of the rest of your poster should be present in a small introduction section. Secondly, we want the application of relevant theories, models and tools to analyze the external environment. So we've suggested three that you could include, either one, two or all of them. SWOT analysis, PESTEL analysis, and then Porter's 5 forces analysis. And lastly, we want you to identify some of the key operational and managerial issues facing the company itself. So this should be connected to the output of your analytical tool. So if you've used SWOT analysis and PESTEL analysis, the key operational managerial issues you discuss in section 3 should be connected to the output of your section 2. So on the poster itself, we need introduction, analysis, and then key issues. So these three things need to be present. So we can move on to what should be done to have a high quality poster. Well, firstly, we want everyone to work effectively in groups. So this is quite a large task, and you need to be doing it obviously within your session, so you have limited time. The way to get this task done to a high standard is to work effectively. So you want to be both brainstorming together, being open, being professional with each other, but also delegating tasks, also making sure everyone has a particular part to play, and in that way you can achieve more than what you could have individually. We want the result of your group work to be more than the sum of its individual parts. Secondly, we want to see evidence of reading and research beyond just the materials provided to you on Brio or previously discussed in the class. So we want to see evidence that you're able to identify what kind of information you need, and then go out and get that information from high quality sources, not just from material that's been provided to you. And lastly, we want to see a reasoned analysis. So we want good application of the tools. We want to see you kind of get good information and plug it into a solid implementation of whether it's SWOT analysis or Pastel or Porters, and producing strong, reasoned analytical results. And lastly, we also have three major sources for resources to help you in this activity. Firstly, you have videos on SWOT, Pastel, and Porters on the Brio Practice Week folder on your Brio shells, which should be helpful for your analysis section. You also have an information pack on McGraw-Hill in the same folder. You should be aware that this isn't the sum total of all the information on McGraw-Hill that you need, but it is intended to be a starting point just to help you get started in your research. And lastly, you also have lots and lots of high quality information from online university resources that you have access to, such as MarketLine, Discover, the library catalog, and so on. Okay, so good luck, and we're looking forward to viewing some really good posters soon.